What is going on, everyone? Big week for us at Outcast Racing League. Lots going on and lots to talk about. Right off the rip, we have our first team podcast as we have the whole Quantum Motorsports team. Everyone, introduce yourself.
Start with
Johnny
Johnny.
Thunders. Johnny Thunders, number 60.
Chad Lancaster 02.
I next.
Yeah, you're next.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Adolfo Castillo, number 31.
Casey Gross, 77.
Welcome, Quantum.
Welcome.
How's
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank
um,
you.
so you guys are a team, right? New team this season. Um, does your friendship or teamwork go beyond iRacing?
Uh,
I'd say so,
absolutely.
yeah.
I would
Yeah.
also say
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, I think I played multiple games with just about every one of these guys. So,
Yeah.
uh,
so?
typically, I mean, we talk daily. I mean, obviously, Facebook Messenger, team chats, things like that. Whether we talk about racing or life in general.
Yeah, that kind of answers the next thing I was going to ask. Like, what all things do y'all do together? Do y'all get together in your spare time, chit chat, talk about the race? Just did y'all meet through iRacing or?
I met
Uh,
everybody on the team through iRacing. But yeah, we play a lot of golf with each other. Not real, PGA things outside of iRacing. Super looking forward to Florida this year.
Oh
Going
yeah.
to see quite a few of these guys in Daytona. So,
Yeah, that's I'm I'm excited for that trip. Like I don't want to
it's gonna,
wait.
I'm jealous.
yeah, I can't
I'm
Definitely.
wait.
jealous.
It's
That
definitely
sounds
going to be
like
a
a lot of fun.
blast.
Definitely. I think we have a good mixture of drivers on this team. Honestly, I think we're all at different stages, all have different race styles. I think it's a good dynamic that we have when it comes to mental preparation and things like that before the race. And we don't do too much on track practicing, but we definitely we try to talk about mentality more than actually racing and how to approach different situations and things. I feel like we have definitely a dope dynamic here, and being a first season together, I feel like we all meshed pretty well. We got Adolfo, who's kind of more of our aggressive guy, but I love it. We love it. I can't get enough of it. I love watching him drive. I love racing. I love racing him myself. Um, we got Chad, who obviously laid in sea. Shout out, my boy, coming in. Actually, I think Chad, we met Super Speedway racing, and I brought him over. Or we brought him over. Me, Anthony, and Johnny
Yo.
from a Super Speedway league. And brought him in, and obviously he's right at home with us. And
Yo.
then me and
Nice.
Johnny, shit, he actually recruited me off of
Street Stocks at
street
Charlotte.
stock at Charlotte race. Him and Colton were in it, and they just shouted out Outcast. I found you guys on Facebook, and I've been here since season 5. So I mean, I found a home when I met you guys and found Outcast. It's definitely been a wonderful experience and has broadened iRacing for me in a significant way.
Can you go around the room starting with Johnny and just kind of say what got you into racing? Did you watch racing before, or is you like some of the people that it was a COVID thing when COVID hit? That a lot of people joined iRacing. Just kind of maybe your racing background and maybe what got you to start iRacing.
So what got me into racing? My uncle raced up in Connecticut. He raced at like Stafford Motor Speedway and Riverside Park Speedway, Monadnock, Loudon, New Hampshire Speedway or whatever. He raced the SK Modifieds. He had a bunch of different cars. Um, he was the number 60. So we went to the racetrack every Friday night, Saturday, whatever. That was a huge part of my childhood for a very long time. And then I've always just been a fan of NASCAR. I remember watching it on Sundays. You know, it was a very New England thing to watch, sit around and watch NASCAR. So,
I can vouch.
uh,
Who's your favorite driver?
um, I'd say Kevin Harvick by far and large. Longest span of someone being my favorite driver. I was an Intimidator fan, and then I went to Kevin Harvick, and right now, I don't know. I'd have to say probably Ross Chastain right now. But
After a
those are
big
like
win
my
that
Fair
he
two
weather
decided.
favorites.
fan. Fair weather
Well,
Yeah,
his
fan.
first win, and he's not
bandwagon
even in the
jumper.
playoffs. He's not even in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I'm proud of him. I'm happy he got a win, but what good is it in the playoffs?
that's right. Go ahead, Casey.
Oh, me. Well, uh, growing up East Bay Raceway, Tampa area, Brandon. My cousin used to race out there. He raced the late models, and then they had a sprint car for a little while, and then my grandfather, he was racing when he was younger. Just came from a racing family. Always watched NASCAR on Sundays. Born and raised Floridian. We like loud things and going fast. That's what we do here. Sim racing. I've always wanted a wheel. I'm a big Wreckfest guy. Back in the day, racing is pretty much the only game that I played by myself. And Wreckfest was definitely a big thing for me. I like the derby aspect of it, but I always wanted to get a wheel. I got a wheel. I tried Wreckfest. It was terrible. I hated it. Couldn't stand it. It was the worst thing I ever done. I was so upset. So I
Was it a
actually went and
T80?
no, it was a 923
Oh,
Logitech.
yeah, I
Um,
did it on a T80.
so I went and bought every freaking racing game out there, and iRacing was the one I wasn't gonna buy. I wasn't gonna get it because it was subscription based, and finally I tried all of them. Didn't really like any of them, and then I got iRacing, and just got into the NASCAR scene, and just did a ridiculous amount of officials, and I'll probably never own a real race car because of iRacing and the things we do here on Sundays. I don't need to go to a track. I can do it right here.
Heck yeah. And who's your favorite NASCAR driver?
I would probably have to say William Byron, longtime Jeff Gordon fan. Just kind of stuck with the 24, kind of like Johnny with his transition from the Intimidator over to Kevin Harvick. Just kind of keeping that thing going, and I can't get over the black and white Exalta car. That's one of my favorites for sure.
Awesome. What about you, Chad?
Well, last week I kind of went through all that, so I'm just gonna hit it real quick. But yeah, I grew up going dirt model racing, late model racing, and Volusia County Speedway every weekend, and just families involved with it. And I don't know. I wish I had a shot at actually getting in the car, but iRacing's good enough. Joined in 2020 and pretty much made this room into what was for iRacing at the time. I used to have a bed in this room. I got rid of it and made it all about the race room. So
I was gonna ask, are you racing right now? I just see the wheel going.
He's driving with his knees, autopilot.
yeah, exactly.
And who was your favorite driver again?
Uh, I liked Ryan Newman. I think he was the guy. He's quiet, but made him mad, he'll snap back at you. So
Sweet. What about you, Dolfo?
I don't come from a racing background, but I grew up playing a lot of NASCAR 2003. I had a wheel back then that had some force feedback. So and then played a bunch of rally games and then like stopped playing those games and started watching NASCAR and I didn't get back into sim racing until 2020. Um and it started with like F1 and then I got iRacing and I haven't left iRacing since. It's such a
Did
great
you play the Sega Rally or whatever that game was? Do y'all remember that game?
The
I
one
don't
that you
remember
had to
that.
go to the arcade for?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I definitely didn't play that then.
Daytona USA.
Yeah.
that's the one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
double
I
punch
And
the
have
pedal, baby. Double punch it.
and who
Yep.
was your favorite NASCAR driver?
uh back back in the day it was Dale Jr. for sure.
And just notice, Anthony, no Denny Hamlin fans.
Not one.
Not
Well,
one.
what I'm noticing is everybody is Chevy.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
That's just an odd coincidence. You know,
What do you mean?
Johnny does drive
Harvick's
Chevy.
Ford.
Harvick drove a
Yeah,
Chevy.
Oh, you're talking about
Harvick
okay.
drove a
Ryan.
Ford
He
for the
Ryan
drove
Newman.
a
majority of his
Chevy when he
career.
started, but
Ryan
um,
Newman drove a Ford.
he drove different because he did drive a Chevy. He drove for RCR, which drives Chevy. But regardless, um,
Man, your guys' knowledge on NASCAR is so cool.
You
where
can't get nothing by Anthony.
Yeah, for real.
I thought I had him
Hey, Anthony,
stumped
Anthony,
with the.
what kind of car do you drive?
who?
You yourself in real life.
I drive a Jeep Wrangler.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure you do.
That's
Pinto
hilarious.
station wagon.
Yeah.
um, where did the name Quantum Motorsports come from, and and the logo?
Go ahead. Somebody can talk. Somebody can say it.
Why? It's your credit. You're the
You're
one that
yeah,
came
it
up
was
with it,
you,
bro.
man. Why don't
Ah.
you come up
I
with it?
You
I
That's
have
literally
awesome.
dropped it one day and it was there.
I literally they were like, so what should we call ourselves? And I was like, I googled like I don't even remember what I googled. It was just like cool images, and I saw this quantum logo, and I was like, I'm just gonna like recreate it differently, and we're gonna be called Quantum Motorsports. And they're like, okay, that's cool.
Works for
I
Just
love
us.
it. I
simple
think
like
Hey,
it's
it
that.
exactly
works.
how that happened. Yep.
That's how it happened.
Exactly how it
That's
happened.
it works.
Yeah.
It's a cool name. So I think y'all kind of touched on it earlier, but and not to give your secrets away, but how often do you practice as a team?
Probably every night we're actually gonna win the series.
And grinding away.
We need those
Every
secrets. Give
10
us the
laps, man.
secrets.
Every night, bro. You gotta get on it.
Nah,
So
honestly, these guys all practice. I'm trying to get up to speed with them, but um, you know, I don't know. You guys practice probably once a week at least.
At least.
Yeah. We
so
try to get
Try
together.
for 2, 3, or even just an hour here or there. It's kind of just a random thing. It's more like we get tired of playing other stuff and we decide we're gonna practice for Sunday.
Yep.
Because I don't think any
It's
of us do much officials. I mean, we do, but we don't. You know, it's just
It's
yeah.
one of
hard.
those things.
so
Yeah.
It's either practicing for Sunday or I'm probably playing something else with these guys.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
so the ultimate goal here is the team championship, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So last season, Johnny was on the team that won the team championship.
Uh huh.
So Johnny, why did you leave that team to come to Quantum?
Mm.
It's a good
Just
question.
a spicy change up, and to be completely honest, I really wanted to race against my brother instead of with him.
Well, I mean, that's a
Well,
legit reason. I
yeah.
That's half the truth. The other half is he's my boo.
Well, yeah,
So,
yeah.
that.
so do you guys have roles on your team? Like who's the strategist and uh, talking about best lines to save tires and fuel mileage? Like, do y'all have different roles that each one of you may specialize in?
I I don't think we do. I
Not
think
really.
we kind of just get together and practice and just spitball like, hey, how are you feeling in the car? You know, you've done so and so laps. Like, what's going on? What are you feeling? Like, what should I be expecting? You know, and strategy is kind of like on the fly sometimes.
Yeah.
To be
When it comes to
honest.
race day, it's a race day decision when it comes to
Yeah.
strategy. But like as for like I said, we practice once twice a week. So I mean, whoever's running the fastest lap, you kind of just maybe ask them what they're doing, and ask just like you said, see how they're feeling in the car. Try to learn something. Like Richmond this week, Adolfo, he had the setup. We all I think ran his setup, and it was great. It felt awesome. Like I said, we just had some unfortunate things happen, and we
Yeah.
didn't all finish the greatest. But like Auto Club, I had a line, and I showed these guys that line, and it worked out great. Other than me shooting myself in the foot at the end of the race, but It's just it all depends week to week. It's all about just getting out on the track together and trying to see what we can find out.
Yeah. How important is the communication between teammates in a race, and or do you guys just go off and kind of run your own race, like different?
It's extremely important. Extremely important. We're constantly calling things out to one another, asking each other when we're gonna pit, and what lap, how many, how much fuel everyone's got left, where everybody's tires are at. It's very 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 important, and we're constantly communicating with one another. Our team chat is always firing.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
in
Uh,
comparison to last season, I think the the core drivers, Johnny, Casey, and I mean Casey, Chad, and myself have I guess communicate more now for whatever reason. Maybe it's Johnny. Johnny, he's
it
a
keeps us
talker,
all
man.
alive. Keeps us
Yeah,
live. He's the man.
so the
Oh,
next
so were y'all
question.
quiet last season or something when you had that man right there
We
with
were
you?
all very focused. We
I
were
felt
all
like we
very
were.
focused,
Yeah, I
man.
felt like we were
Like
all very
it
quiet.
was season two of of that team, and it was we were trying, man. We really were.
It was a tough start of
But
that last season for
I
sure.
just didn't race right last season. I completely raced out of character last season. But
Yeah,
anyway,
So this next question is a very interesting question, and I promise you, nobody's going to know. But as a team, what team is your biggest rival on the track at the moment?
oh shit.
Don't be scared. Lay it out there.
I don't know.
I gotta think
I would
about
we
it.
say in
don't
order
think
to
we
have a
know.
rival, you kind of have to have some beef with somebody. I don't know if I really have any beef right now.
Same.
I mean, I wouldn't say. Well, yeah, of course, the beef. Everybody gets along. I don't think anybody has any beef with each other. Uh,
Not real beef, no.
So,
I think
I know
Well,
I
maybe
know
not
I've
beef, but rival. Just
well,
like that's the
Sure.
Being a
team. Whether it's the team you want to beat or they just,
Oh, I
you
want to
got to
beat
a
finish in
team
front
of
of them.
yeah.
I
yeah.
want to beat everybody. The team doesn't matter when it comes to me beating everybody. What I care
yeah.
about is where my whole team places.
It's a brand new
As
team in
for
week
who I'm
3. We
racing,
haven't had
if you're
time to
not a
develop a
quantum
rival.
driver, I'm racing. I'm racing you. It
So,
doesn't matter.
I
so
feel
out of
like
the other teams,
Everybody's on notice. Everybody.
which team are you more wanting to beat? It's got to be that team that you're just.
All of them, man. I
I,
want the
yeah.
Yeah,
championship.
You
every
I
sound
single
like
one
Denny
of
well,
them.
Hamlin now. You
I
sound
think
like Denny Hamlin. No, we
as it
can't do no
stands
Denny
right
Hamlin.
now, I think we Quantum as a whole has been pretty close together with Poor Boy and ESR. I think we see a lot of each other out on track, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you
I
kind of have a leprechaun on your wall, that Notre Dame thing.
Listen. I want to beat Williamsburg. I want to beat Williamsburg.
Are
That's
they
what I
in the
want
yeah,
to
lead?
do.
me
Yeah,
too.
that's who we
Very
got to
I
well.
don't
beat.
care who they're. I don't care who's in
Casey's
the lead.
Casey's finally letting the cat out of the hat.
That's for me. That's me
Williamsburg.
personally. I want to be up front this season, and
I don't.
they're up front, and I want to be there.
I
well,
mean,
Me too.
so I have the updated team standings right now.
Here we go.
Post Richmond, but these are not
Post
official.
race review.
These are not
Yeah.
official. We still have race review. So these are subject to change. But let me see here. Let me close your cameras real quick just so I can bring this up. This is the
Fence
current
is killing me.
current team standings
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
post Richmond pending race review. So
yeah.
It's tough, man. Missing a start in there somewhere. I wonder why that
Yeah.
is.
I wonder
uh
who. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Where you
oh
at? You're over here, aren't you? Isn't that where
uh
hey, the
oh.
bite was good. I can't
you're
help it.
at? Right, that's right. No, that's not the right way. That's the
oh
right
yeah,
way.
that way.
Hey, yeah,
but
that guy over
so speaking of Richmond,
there.
I do have the race results from Richmond too. So let me throw those up real quick.
Oh gosh,
Why
really?
why he's getting that together, Johnny?
Jump. I'm a
Whose
liar.
idea was it to come up with the quantum T-shirt you wear?
Oh, I just slapped
That
that
was
together
his.
one day.
Has everybody on your team have them? Like, do y'all wear them together on race day, or is it just you have it?
No, he's the only person that has that.
You have to
It's
show the
pretty cool.
Peacemaker stream and find out. We're all on camera.
Ah, yeah. Good
Yeah.
point.
Hey.
So Sunday's race winner, Tyler Humphreys, on another team here, but I just wanted to show the race results real quick while we were talking about Richmond.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't think my place result reflects what that scoreboard
No,
says.
no.
yeah, and
Uh,
it's short track racing is tough because you could be up
Oh
front.
yeah,
You could be up front for 130 laps. In the last 20, you just get out of position and that's it. Everybody's
or the last lap.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, the most cars to finish on the lead lap so far in this season
that is pretty wild.
was at a short track.
I'm not gonna
Out of
lie.
five,
I
that's it.
enjoyed Richmond. I
I
enjoy
like
short
Richmond too.
track racing.
Hold on, did you enjoy my bumper too, or my door?
Oh,
Probably I did want some colorful paint on the side of my car,
I knew I was first hand witness. I was like, oh, Brom locked him up.
but I did lock my brakes up, and but I was
It
trying
happens.
to finish
Oh
without
yeah,
having any straight spots on the car, and I think I achieved that right up probably 5 laps in.
yeah.
Um,
That's short track racing, man. It
I
happens.
got into a big wreck early, and I just couldn't get out of the back of the field after that. I think the highest I got up to was like 10th after I got shuffled back. Highest I was up at fifth at one point. And Chad was I think up at second. It was just like you
Yeah,
said, man. You get shuffled back there. Track position is so huge, especially at Richmond. And
it's really
once you're
hard to
back there,
pass.
it's hard to get there.
it did seem like there was a lot of movement, it's like a lot of different people and a lot of different spots that whole race, guys in the front, guys to the back, back to the front, you know. It was an interesting race for sure.
I was surprised with the stage 2 long green flag run we had. I was happy to
Well, that
do
was
it.
crazy.
I was I I was ecstatic that we had a run like that, but with with
That
the
was awesome.
people getting involved in the wrecks, and then it shuffled everything up and kept it interesting the whole race. And then strategy at the end where you know the lead, like the top 10 pit, and then the people that were 11th on back stayed out and they were ahead of these guys with 10 laps to go. It's like,
I was surprised with that.
I mean, I think I was sitting like maybe 11th, 12th, 13th when everybody pit, and it moved me up towards the front. I think I finished ninth, and I think that's probably better than where I would have had I pit with everybody. But like the strategy was important there, I felt,
Yeah,
towards the end.
which is it's always a
Everybody
good thing to
definitely
have.
everybody definitely had incident points in that race, for
I would
sure.
hope so.
Yeah,
A
I
few.
wouldn't want to be the only one.
there was not a single driver that didn't have any.
Hmm.
I
I
I
So
think
I
you'll
is that a
be
asked
bonus point?
you will be surprised at who had the least amount, but
Was it me?
we'll save that for race
If
review.
you say, yeah, okay,
all of
never
it's
mind.
pending race review, I can assure you.
We'll save that for race review, but I think you'll be surprised. It was
I hope it's me.
no, I can't say that. We got to wait till race review.
Say it.
Hold on, just say
Maybe?
what team. What team had the driver?
I cannot.
Misfits.
Um,
It was
However,
Really?
that could change
okay.
with race review. I did ask. I was like, man, I think we deserve a 50% discount on a short track on incident points.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Uh,
um, so what else you guys want to talk about? I think we've covered a lot of our questions here. Not everybody all at once.
uh,
Right.
Are any of y'all running this weekend in the League versus League or the 4-hour endurance race for Alpha One?
I'm doing the Alpha 1 endurance race.
I'm not doing that. That sounds insane.
Currently plan on participating probably in the league versus league, but I might do the alpha. I'm not sure yet.
So the Alpha
Neither.
1,
We keep calling it an endurance race, but it's really just a full length Talladega race
yeah, well,
at 4 hours.
initially it was supposed to be an endurance race, and then they shrunk it down to a 4-hour race. It was supposed to be a 6-hour team race, and they weren't getting the participation they wanted, so they shrunk it down to 4 hours and made it a single driver. So initially it was an endurance race. Now it's just a full length race. They're
Which is
figuring
awesome.
they're figuring it's going to be about 160 laps, which is 28 laps short of a full length Talladega race. But it's great practice for our championship race, which is a full length Daytona 500, which is
I forgot about that.
It'll be
uh,
epic.
Yeah.
yeah, it's going to
That
be
It's gonna
is
awesome.
be it'll be a
So
battle, man.
so the Alpha 1 race starts at 5 p.m. and then the league versus league starts at 9. With it being a
this is
4-hour endurance race, I have a feeling it's going to be
kind of
awfully
close.
tough to try to jump from one straight to the other, and I don't think you're going to have the time to do it. But I'm going to see if I can't get the league versus league guys to delay it 5 minutes.
Who's doing both?
I would love to drive both.
Wouldn't be afraid to do
That
both if you could
So
fit them both in.
so Alpha 1 is running at Talladega.
Chicagoland. Oh no, sorry.
Alpha
You're
1's
right.
running at Talladega in the next gens, and then the League versus League is running the trucks at Chicagoland. So, and
that
they're
should be
they're
fun.
both fixed setup leagues, and it's going to be a busy Saturday for sure. I
I
think
might
I'm
be up for that league versus league.
yeah, I need to get a list together too. So if you're interested, please reach out to me so I can get them the list of participants.
Do y'all have any shout outs or anything like that y'all want to throw out there or
Shout
anything?
out Al, driver of the number 3 car. Shout out. Vamos, dude. Let's
Vamos.
go.
So looking forward to Sunday. We're racing at the 2008 version of the Atlanta Motor Speedway. What are your thoughts on that, guys?
It's gonna be tough.
I think it's gonna be awesome.
Be all
It's gonna be
about
tough.
tires.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so
all about tires.
Old
which
cheese grater tracks.
which one do you prefer, the current Atlanta or the older one?
They're
Older
both
one.
fun.
Older for sure. I
I
mean,
was gonna say they're two completely different tracks, really, if you
yeah.
ask me.
I
I
don't
like
grip
the
the
new
steering
one.
wheel.
I
Yeah, I don't. Go
I
ahead.
enjoyed last season's Atlanta race we did.
I
That
feel
was very fun.
like I feel like the new Atlanta is way harder to pass on because everyone's running in a pack as
It's so
opposed to the
so
old
scary.
Atlanta's got, you know, different lines you can run to pass the people.
Yeah.
I like super speedway racing, so
I do
Yeah.
too, but Atlanta's a whole different
it's
beast,
tough.
man.
It's tight.
It's so tight.
I
I
mean,
like old Atlanta in the Gen 6 car. I like new Atlanta in the next gen car. The next gen car is very hard to drive at old Atlanta. However, it was very fun last season, and I'm really excited for it come Sunday. It's just one of my favorite tracks, but I don't know. I feel like the Gen 6 was way easier to drive at old Atlanta.
So we have the Indy road course coming up. Um,
That's true.
it's one of our, I think it is our only road course this season. It's gonna be
Halloween race.
it's gonna be our Halloween race. Do you guys plan on doing a team themed Halloween costume thing, or what's going on
Ooh.
with that? Have you
Everybody
That's
gonna
even?
gonna
dress up
be
as Wayne
great.
Garland.
I'm gonna shave my head.
Hey,
Uh,
I can't remember who it is, but it was either Anthony or Pool Boy
It was Pool
dressed
Boy.
up just like Wayne and identical.
It was
that's
Pool Boy.
hilarious.
When when the time comes around and it comes up on my Facebook feed, I will find that picture and post it to
Please, dude. I want to see
Discord.
that.
I'll message my girl now and see if she's got that picture handy.
I was planning on dressing up for that race. but I wasn't aware that it was Indy Road Course.
That'll make it even funner. What are you going to dress up as?
Something
You're gonna have to find
not
out.
Wait and
heavy.
see.
Yeah.
Are you going to dress up, Chad?
Yeah, I'm gonna dress up as a clown because I'm gonna be horrible at that track.
Me too. Me
There
too.
you go.
I figure it'll give me a good excuse when I do bad.
Exactly.
Yes.
The mask was in my way. I couldn't see. I'm
Flying
sorry I ran
monster.
over you. I didn't see you.
I've got my costume right here.
Oh no! Don't wear that.
No.
Peacemaker, make that over 18, please.
Good day.
Where's yours, Josh? Don't you got one too?
I do. I do. What happens in Daytona stays in Daytona.
I see. I see.
Unless you're Chad, then you got to live with it.
Hey,
Yeah.
for everyone that's coming, to Daytona this year, I mean, we can't promise you anything.
It's gonna be a good time. I will promise
gonna be
that.
great.
It's gonna be a great time.
It will be epic. But what goes on, I mean,
We'll
we
find out
always
by
have to
next
one
race
up
here,
every
no?
year. Every year you got to one up it, and that one put the icing on the cake. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what, year 2?
oh yeah,
Pool boy. Let's just say those bathing suits aren't cut out for him.
Oh,
But he was the first one in it. Like, I don't even think we got ours out of the package, and Pool Boy's like coming out like they're
Well,
suspenders.
one size fits all is not accurate. Hey, Anthony, you came out back with it on backwards.
You say that, but it's the same size both ways. Like, I think you could wear it upside down, and it's the same size. So I don't know. They're
Oh, Lord.
oh man.
they were on, but not for a long time. I can tell you that right now.
Oh,
Did it
me.
hurt? Was it
Did
up
you
there?
chafe?
It was kind of up there.
Yeah, it was definitely a memorable experience.
Hence why he has it right by his chair.
Right.
Somehow it just keeps finding its way here. I don't know. I've got to make my
What are you doing off
I
the camera?
I got to make money when I'm not doing podcasts. You guys mind your business.
Jesus.
All right. Well, I think that's all we've got for this week on this. If you want to get on the podcast, please reach out. You could reach out to our email. It should be on the ticker that's running below here. Or you can go to outcastracingleague.com. It has our email address on there. Reach out to me on Discord or reach out to Brom or one of the admins. We'll get you on here. I am excited that next week's guests will have both of our primary sponsors for the Sunday League, Aaron Beavers from Williamsburg Contracting and Colton Manich from Shenko Custom Diecast. And they'll both be on next week, and that should be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good listen.
But yeah, we definitely want to thank Quantum Motorsports for taking time out of their day to swing by and join the podcast with us. And we hope everybody comes out Friday night for the Land and Sea NSB Late Model Series. And again on Sunday for the Williamsburg Contracting Shinko Custom Diecast Next Gen Series.
It's a mouthful, ain't it?
It is a
it is.
mouthful. I was just thinking that while I was saying it, waiting to screw it up.
If you listen to the broadcast, Aaron is just like he doesn't miss a beat, and it's like
I know. It's amazing.
he's definitely got a knack
One of the
for
best.
it.
I could
Yeah.
never talk that fast.
No.
But
We're gonna-
anyways, as always, we're gonna end this off with the promo videos to get everybody's engines revving and for the week, and we'll see everybody again next week.
Thanks for coming on, guys.
Thanks, fellas.
Thanks.
Bye.